Y'all ready to splash a little flavor? Let me get the bank open. I know y'all gonna be talking shit if the bank ain't open. Let me get that open before I even show my face. Y'all gonna be trying to attack me and take me out, all that good shit. Make sure everything else is copacetic. Everything copacetic, nigga. Hope y'all are having a good Friday. Well, it's not the good Friday, but a good Friday. Give me just a second while we got everything in action. Make sure everything is as it should be. And it's the bank. Let's get that. Let's plug that in. What you talking about? All right. Now time to hit you with this brand spanking new. If you ain't seen it, now you about to see it. Intro. What's the motherfucking deal? Y'all got to give me just a second here. Actually, I don't know what's going on. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty with the webcam. For some reason, it's not coming in. Give me un segundo, and we'll get it right. I don't know why. What just happened here? For some reason, it is tripping. Now, give me 1 second, and we're going to get everything as it should be. Why is it doing that? Okay, hold on. Just 1 second, player. Hold on. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, there we go. All right. Man, appreciate the love. Asmel Trejo, how you doing this evening? Sorry about all that. Yes, the sauce line will be back active. Don't call right now because I ain't gonna answer your fucking phone call. You can text in, but we'll take some calls towards the end. Let me fix this sauce ticker. I'll be on it sometimes. Sometimes I don't be on it. Look. I'll be trying to make it shake. So let's see who we got in the motherfucking mix tonight, man. Y'all already know y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world, and I appreciate y'all for taking the time because time is the one asset that you can never recoup. And the fact that you spend a little bit of time fucking with your boy every evening, man, y'all don't understand how much that really, truly, honestly means to me. So I hope y'all are having a good Friday, like I said. So Outlaw, Ashmel, Joe's House, what's the motherfucking deal? Jason, what's the motherfucking deal? Rigo, King 88, Heidi, Blink Squad. Let me see, Luke, what's the motherfucking deal? I have no idea. Rakinski? Let me know if I said that the right way. Luke Rakinski, what's the motherfucking deal? Ronaldo did, man. I saw that old bend it like Beckham shit, but bend it like Ronaldo. Roll it like Ronaldo? I don't know. I don't have enough soccer terminology to come up with something cool for that. HTX Savage, what's the motherfucking deal? J-Pac, Matthew Hayes, how you doing this evening? Eric Douglas, Brent, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see, Mr. Asian Pikachu, my favorite of all the Pikachus, Devontae, Matthew, what's the motherfucking deal? Titans up, always good to see you, my man. Jose, H-Town's finest, JK, what's the motherfucking deal? Oh, shit. Dusty Chicken, Rising Phoenix, Upward Duck, however you want to name it, the laziest man in Texans YouTube, but always providing good content whenever he does provide some content. Shout out to Rising Phoenix. Josh, glad you can finally catch one. Max, always good to see you. King Brandon, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, I hope you guys are all having a good evening. I guess let me actually cut the camera back on now that I got it halfway working again. So here I am. Sorry about that. I had to let me clear my throat. I am. Flyboy, what's the motherfucking deal, man? So here's the deal, man. So we're gonna talk about a couple of things. And y'all already know what it is. We start this thing off with the roll call, but get your shout out, man. Shout out where you from. If you're not from the city, let me know what city, state, town, avenue, hood, block, your military rank, and have you identify whatever you want to. You what we say, cul-de-sac, latitude, longitude, province, country. continent, all that good shit, planet, universe, galaxy, you know what I'm saying? However you identify, man, let us know where you're from. But if you are from the city, man, you got one thing you got to do for me. That one thing is, man, shout out your side with pride, like you. Let us know you love H-Town, man, or if you're on the outskirts, the inside, however you in the Harris County, Galveston County, man, Fort Bend, you know what I'm saying, Liberty County, wherever you at, man, if you're around the way, shit, you know what I'm saying, Montgomery, everybody, man. Like I say, I don't mean to forget nobody, but you know what I'm saying, man. It's just showing a little bit of love. That's the least that I can do. Because, you know, I fuck with y'all, man. London, Ontario, Canada, Earth, already. Milky Way. Houston, currently deployed, man. Always, man. Always good to see you when you got a chance to fall through, Devontae. Baytown. Oh man, we're gonna talk plenty basketball. That's a lot of shit shaking tonight. Studi Wood in the motherfucking house. Dirty Bay, I see you. King 88. What's the motherfucking deal? Clear Lake. Webster in the mix. Pearland. LeBrockets already. Yeah, we're gonna talk Kawhi, man. We're gonna talk a little bit of shit that I've been hearing around things around town. You know, from different Georgia, Texas, Atlanta, Texas. Real live. Shout out to Port Arthur, land of the motherfucking trio. Sean, always good to see you, man. So here's the deal, man. Ruthie B. Elementary already. DeMarcus, what's the motherfucking deal? Tony, Texas already. Man, fucking Kyrie would cry if he went to San Antonio. I hope they do pull some shenanigans with his motherfucking ass. So let's talk. Let's talk first. Let me try to keep up with the minutes and make sure we keep everything as it should be. Okay. So what we're gonna talk about tonight, what we're finna start talking about here is first and foremost what people want to know, and then we're gonna talk about some other happenings around the NBA and some possibilities in the league. And we're gonna talk a little bit about B-Mac too and him getting a contract. We didn't have any sauce last night, and I apologize for that. So here's the deal. Oh man, yeah, he did smash on the Jags fan, man. Clarence lives at home with both parents. That's that Papa Doc. We got to call him Papa Doc from now on. But so I've heard a lot of stuff. I've heard a lot of things. You know, speculation that LeBron has been at different schools. St. John's has been at Kincaid, has been at and, you know, things like that. But what I'm hearing though is that he is in town because his son has a tournament, and he's been through town a couple of times. You know, his son is a hooper. Maybe one day may grow up to be better than his pops. But I've seen people say, you know, that they themselves have seen him. You know, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's accurate. They didn't have verified Twitter accounts, so I couldn't take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't that's not my motherfucking me thing. Yeah. He said Deadspin, LeBron despises Houston. Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. But again, you get this information from a woman from Cleveland who went to LA to say it. So I mean that there's definitely some BS there. And my thing is this: how can anybody from anywhere in Ohio, or anywhere in the world, think that Cleveland is a better place than Houston? I mean, nobody in their right mind can seriously, truly believe that, right? I don't think that's a real thing. But my thing is this, man. I already told y'all, I think there's some other interesting names out there that I'd like to entertain over LeBron. But let's be realistic. There are ties, there are connections. We've seen the Rockets talking about giving CP3 the max. And if that is the case, and we've already heard that he's recruiting LeBron. So if he knows he's going to get paid and he's going to stay and do all that good shit, then why wouldn't he, you know, do his damnedest? Because of course he wants to get to that next level. And I feel like shit, if he'd stayed healthy, we would have went to the next level. No questions asked. But you know, going into years in the future, that's something we're gonna have to take into account. We need that extra piece. And if LeBron is the extra piece, I will gladly eat the crow and say, hey, you know, he came to Houston and he is what it is, and we get there. I'll definitely eat the crow. I mean, it'd be more than worth it. I'll eat championship crow, you know. And again, though, yeah, I like Paul George. I see people talking about Kawhi. A few people have asked me, well, you know, what is the possibility of Kawhi, you know, ending up here? Don't count on it. You're talking about a team in division. You think San Antonio is going to make a deal with Houston to basically put Houston over the top for the next 4 or 5 years, as far as basically almost guaranteeing a championship? You think that San Antonio's going to – their work will be doubly cut out for them because, again – if they trade an asset like that, knowing what they have, then they know what they'd have to deal with. And they know what they already have to deal with in Harden and CP3 and all those other things. So don't count on that at all. Cold as fuck, what's the motherfucking deal? H-Train, what's the motherfucking deal? Zachariah, what's going down? But again, man, so the reports of him lurking around the city, I don't know how true they are, okay? I don't know how accurate these statements are. I don't know how accurate they really are, but there is some truth to him being in the city, because again, like I say, it's his son Hoops, and he's a good dad, so he's going to make sure that he's a part of that. Now, with the news that really broke today, and I think that kind of shocked everybody, and I don't think it shocked everybody. It may have shocked some people, because some people really just thought that he was going to be there. Some people thought that he really was injured. It was none of that. We know that Kawhi didn't want to be in San Antonio. I feel like, and this is just me personally, I feel like even though he doesn't have like a superstar personality, his personality almost fits San Antonio, it seems like. But I think the kid wants to take it to the next level. You see him doing Karate Kawhi commercials and things like that. And San Antonio is not a market that's going to build your brand, especially if you can be considered one of the best players in the NBA at one point in time. Now, we don't know what he is when he comes back. We don't know what happens. We hear rumors of Kawhi maybe interested in going to L.A. Interesting. So what happens if, Kawhi slides to L.A.? We've heard rumors of PG wants to go to L.A. We've heard rumors of LBJ possibly going to L.A. So you send all these three guys to L.A. Well, what do you do with Kuzma? What do you do with you could possibly keep Ball, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I don't see all of that happening, especially with Kawhi being traded. I don't think L.A. has the assets or what San Antonio is going to be asking for, because if San Antonio was willing to offer him a max deal, super max deal, whatever the fuck you call it, they're going to want some value. They're going to want some value in return. Now, this is something that I've said before I talk about that LBJ in the West. Something I want to consider about Kawhi, though. And, we talk about LeBron. I talk about LeBron often, and I say I really don't like all the extra attention that comes with it, even though I sit here and it's almost hypocritical. Not hypocritical, but it's almost, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. But it doesn't make any sense, because I complain about how Houston never gets the love and attention, and then I also complain that if LeBron comes here, that, it'll be too much attention. So I guess I need to make up my mind and decide what the fuck I'm really talking about here, huh? But I want to know y'all's opinion on this. With the way he handled the end of the year last year, and with basically this announcement coming out through social media, because apparently he didn't talk to the Spurs brass about this, or his crew, and I think it's ran by his uncle and stuff like that. That's what happens when you bring people who are kind of outside of the establishment in to kind of handle your business. Is Kawhi a drama queen? I mean, is he low-key a drama queen? Is he on some passive-aggressive shit like we've been known and prone to say about LeBron? That's what I'm wondering. LeBron out there punching walls. Yeah, I'd punch walls too if I fucking made it all this way just to realize there's no chance for me to win this. I gotta fucking JR's high again. He can't even not fucking smoke for the goddamn finals. I understand, LeBron. It's okay. But do you think Kawhi? Just look at the situation, because we heard a lot of shit at the end of the year that he was healthy enough to play. The Spurs doctor said he was good enough to play, that he could have played. He didn't travel with the team. Pop had a few little shots that he sent his way, and Tony Parker had some shots that he sent his way. But the thing that I noticed that was said in a lot of the comments was basically that he felt betrayed by the Spurs, and it was irreparable damage. So you know what that means, right? Have you guys know what that means? That if there's irreparable damage with the Spurs, now we're talking about a class organization. I hate the Spurs. I don't ever want them to win shit, but let's be honest, they're a solid organization. They've done it the right way for the most part by doing it in the draft, the majority of the time. But this is like new stuff that we're not used to hearing from Spurs players. 'Cause usually people go to the Spurs, they buy in. Even guys like Steven Jackson, they bought into the program. Who was it? Everybody who goes there, they buy in. Guys that may have had character issues elsewhere or whatever it may be. Kawhi always seemed like a low key dude, like he was just whatever. But this is why I say drama queen, okay? Because I mean, look at the things that have happened, and look at everything around him, the way he handled it. But this is what I say had to have happened when he talked about irreparable damage. What is the worst thing? What is the worst thing that you've ever heard happening from the Spurs organization prior to this Kawhi situation? Tell me, I want to know. I know somebody knows what I'm thinking. If you're in the round table, you don't count because I said it in the round table in our little chat. What is the worst news that you've heard? I mean, just terrible news that you've heard coming out of the Spurs organization in the last decade or so. What's up, Mr. Killer KB? What's the motherfucking deal? Well, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing. You're gonna have to find somebody who's gonna value Kawhi as much as the Spurs do. Maybe they try to get him. Maybe they try to play for that. Make a play for that number one pick. Who's out there? Phoenix. That'll be interesting. Who else? Because I mean, shit. Sit him somewhere you don't want to be. Fuck it. If he gonna do you like that, fuck him. Get some value for him and sit him somewhere you don't want to be. Thank you. I gave you power. Exactly. Well, I'm not talking about Pop's wife because she's not a player, but that was very sad, and that's not something to joke about at all. Tony Parker is fucking Kawhi's bitch. That's the irreparable damage. All right, you heard it here first. Saw Sports. This is not a fact. I'm just saying some shit, but that's the only irreparable damage I can fucking think of. I'm just making a fucking joke, but I mean, other than that, because he said he felt betrayed, he felt this, that, and the third, and I don't know. I think he set a lot of that shit up on himself, and he fucking Papa Doc, what's the motherfucking deal? Clarence, always good to see you. Yeah, he's been out there lurking around the city, but again, like I say, it's because his kid is playing in a tournament this weekend, I do believe. But there's been rumors that he's been at a couple of schools, and people have tried to talk to some of these schools. But I wonder if there's a situation like this. Okay. No, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna make any jokes about that. That's absolutely not. That's too close to home. But I still crack jokes about shit around it. But anyway, you know me, my sense of humor is a little throw it off. Sometimes it can be a little morbid. But anyway, we ain't gonna take it to that lane. But my thing is this: do you think that, say he was visiting these places, he's got money, he's got a legal team, that hey, there's non-disclosure agreements? Do you think that it could be some legality issues in there? Saying whether or not he came through here and he was looking into some information. I mean, are these things that we would have to consider? Because a decision this big, there's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of things around LeBron making a move. I mean, shit, you're talking about impacting the whole league, and you're talking about impacting a bunch of bandwagoners who are going to start throwing away their Golden State jerseys and acting like they've been Rockets fans their whole life. That's what you have to consider. But here's the thing, H-Train, and that's something that I've been considering too, man. Here's the thing that here's the thing that I consider with that is I don't want to lose Capella, especially watching him develop over all these years. I'm laying my hopes on the fact that Magic Man Morey has a plan. Okay. Let me try to keep up with the minutes here. You acting like that with me, man? Come on, little Woody. All right. Here we go. Because the thing to me, what made this Rockets team as good as it wasn't necessarily James. It wasn't necessarily CP3. It was more about the core of the team. You know what I'm saying? Don't get Ebo. They'll say, no, I mean, it's not. Hey, here's my thing, though. If you're talking about Capella and what he brings to the table as compared to what LeBron James brings to the table, I think if you bring in a James and you go get you a cheap DeAndre Jordan, no, he's not Capella. He'll compensate for a spot at the big, and then what the addition that LeBron brings, you can kind of, we're doing some type of mystery math here that we can't really quantify. But what he'll bring to the table is what you'll lose with Capella and bringing in Jordan. But look, I ain't worried about tackle. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Killer. We got that new math, man. Look, we got that what's that shit called that they be teaching, the Common Core. We got that new math. I'm highly upset that PJ Tucker was not in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm not saying that he should have won it. I'm not saying that he should have been the man, but that just shows you that people do not watch Rockets game. Best team in the league, best record. As far as regular seasons awards that we're talking about, even in the playoffs, he balled out in the fucking playoffs. And that's why people are sitting there with the bullshit. Oh, PJ Tucker can do that. PJ Tucker should have been up for some type of award this year. If Ariza goes to Golden State, fuck him. Straight up and down. If he does, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? It's not on the level of KD-ness, but if he does, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have something for that. But here's the thing, because if Ariza goes to Golden State, then yes, I want LeBron. And I want to smash on Ariza just for that shit. But right now, to me, that's all speculation. But I've heard he wants between 14 and 16 million. And with everything else that we got going on right now, can't deal with that. That ain't gonna shake. You know what I'm saying? And not saying that he's not a contributor, not saying that he doesn't bring something to the table. But at this point, if it's all about the championships, then in a free agency, this may be one of the craziest free agencies of all time. It might be the craziest free agency of all time. Brandon, what's the motherfucking deal, man? Yeah, man, I wish they did. Well, of course, I wish they should have won too. If PJ Tucker were 6'10", he'd be MVP. Yeah, what is PJ Tucker, like 6'4", 6'5", something like that? He's not he's not super big, I don't think, if I'm not mistaken. He's not real big. KD, here's the deal. Man, what do y'all think about Myles Garrett? You know, we'll find some way to tie that in, even though that has nothing to do with Houston. But Myles Garrett made a comment, and it's funny because you don't see other athletes really speak out on other situations. You know, you see condolence. We saw a lot of it when Deshaun went down. All athletes from every other sport was like, "Oh, that fucking sucks." But Jimmy Butler is bossy. Jimmy Butler wants to win. I like Jimmy Butler's heart, and that's another piece I want to talk about bringing in just a second. Let me make a note of that. But yeah, my fault. Jay Dizzle, what's the motherfucking deal? You say LeBron going to the Lakers, y'all stop dreaming. Settle for DeAndre Jordan. Oh, stop. It ain't going to happen. So like I say, what's going to happen is, because the reason why, unless like a Paul George, hold on. Well, we saw what happened with Magic. If LeBron don't want to get the AIDS, he needs to stay out of L.A. All right. So I was allowing it to. Oh, my fault. Man, that's my bad because I didn't say anything, and I thought, well, I could hear it. You guys couldn't hear it, so I apologize for that. I ain't had the sound on. Give me a second. Let me see if I'll bring that back to the bottom of the map for y'all one time. But again, Jay Dizzle is a Lakers fan. Well, we can't all be perfect, but the thing Myles Garrett said was that basically he just said that KD was, you know, he's already got the name, the snake, and everything else, that he wouldn't have done what KD did. He's like, I don't see how you go jump ship to a team. He's like, I'm too competitive for that. There's no way I could see myself doing that type of thing, man. Well, hey, we can make fun of the hookers. There's nothing wrong with the hookers. If so, they're not going to get rid of KD. The Warriors are pure pussy, dog. They're like I say, right now, these motherfuckers want to go down. They're going to go down in history for being a cruise control team because that's basically what it is. And the motherfuckers came together and did it. Do I give them credit for it? No. Do I appreciate them for it? No. Because I felt like with all those quote-unquote superstars, you're talking about a team with only two real stars. If that, you can call Eric Gordon a six-man. I don't really think Eric Gordon belonged in the six-man conversation this year, but maybe just six men across the league were not doing so well. Or I mean, because I don't know. And to me, I don't think this year for Eric Gordon was as impressive as last year. Like I'd have to actually go back and look at the detailed stats, but I felt like his presence. He showed up a couple of games, but I felt like for the most part, Eric Gordon seemed to be a bigger factor last year. I don't know why, but so you say the Rockets are trying to trade for Anthony Davis. Is Davis a free agent? From I've heard I've heard his name in a couple of things, and I'm not sure he's not. So I gotta see what's shaking with that. But I'm not saying that's something I would want to entertain. But I've heard a lot of people speak about that shit. Yeah, that's what I mean. You already know, Rob. We ain't even gonna get into that. But they do have him on the block. Why would you do that if you're in New Orleans, though? Why would you put Davis on the trade? I mean, that's your whole team. It was gonna be Drew and Rondo. I mean, what the fuck is gonna do? I was about to say, like, I wouldn't entertain that at all. The Boogie situation. No, I know somebody asked about Boogie. I wouldn't fuck with Boogie either. But let's jump back to. Let's make sure to do this. Jump back to Jimmy Butler for a second. I have no problem with Jimmy Butler. I have no problem at all with Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler plays hard. Jimmy Butler wants to win, and Jimmy Butler from the city, or so it's all Gucci. Let's do that real quick. And so I have no problem with Jimmy Butler coming. You know what I'm saying? Coming to the city, man. And so my thing is, I would definitely entertain that, depending on what the other options are. But right now, I know the Rockets, they want to go big or go home. Well, and that's kind of what happened last time. So I know the names are Paul George. I know LeBron is the number one target. Billboards getting put up around town of weird drawings of LeBron in a spacesuit. That's cool. Yeah, if one of these guys come in here, I mean, what all are you okay with sacrificing? Are you okay with losing Eric Gordon, quote unquote 6-man finalist, to bring in a guy like LeBron or Paul George? And Anderson definitely got it. Anderson, I don't even want to talk about Anderson. I get mad just thinking about it. Like, I feel like I feel like the Rocks are getting molested by Anderson. He's just having his way with them. Score points. What the fuck you think I came here for? You think Mrs. Rhino wants me to score points? I got to save all this energy to give it to her after the game, or she's going to divorce me and take all my money. Take all my money, but Unique, what's the motherfucking deal? How are you? What's going on? How have you been? I see you've been up to something on. I've been spying on you on the Twitters, doing teacher stuff. The LeBron school room was shot down. Yeah, I've heard. I heard that they were talking about some stuff in LA too, and some things. Hey, Dr. Rabbit, what's the motherfucking deal? I slipped past. I ain't even see it. Last I thought you was beefing with the iPad, man. Well, look. Let's just be honest, Dr. Rabbit. As far as I know, you don't have breasts, so she's gonna get the attention first, and then I'll follow back, and and that's just not a slight against Unique. It's just she's a female, so yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The thing about that is what I was mentioning earlier. I mean, how bad would that be a bad look for the school? I mean, that's what I'm saying. There has to be some type of legal ease involved if he is actually looking around or if he is checking things out. Because why would they? I mean, if you went out and said that, and you know that he's trying to keep something secret. Yeah, LeBron came here, and he that would be bad for the school. You know what I mean? Because I mean, you got to think about it. Like, whatever school LeBron's son goes to, I mean, you're going to get a shit ton of attention. So it would be wise to shut the fuck up until, some facts are made. And I mean, if you run in your mouth, then that kind of may put you in a bad position. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But the thing is, Rhino ain't done. Rhino gonna still get paid, man. Like, he still got a year left of coming off that fucking money, man. And that's my problem. Because even if you do cut him, you have to pay him a significant amount of that. And I don't know how the amnesty thing works. So, matter of fact, let me jot that down, because I need to look more into that. Because the last one we amnesty, who is that? Was that Scola? Was the last person we amnesty? So that'll be interesting to check out. Joe Ling was the GOAT. Maybe. If Morris Thursday he trade Rhino for a doctor, I'm sure that they would take right now, just to get Rhino off the book. They'll take anything. because Rhino is killing us, man. Like, honestly, like, Rhino in that situation is ruining the Rockets. Like, but do you blame Rhino for that? Or do you blame Daryl? Because Daryl, gave him the contract. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, O.J. Owens is a free agent. I didn't take a look. But it's a big if. Is Rhino shooting in the teens? Like, what is Rhino? What did Rhino end up with this year? And whatever it is, I mean, I don't even want to know, because I don't want to go through the experiment again of hoping, and honestly, it didn't happen this year. It did not happen this year. Let's be honest. Rhino's been asked since like the tail end of last year. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Like, from the playoffs, when you would see him after the games running up to James and begging him and say, "Oh man, and apologizing for playing so bad and doing like, don't apologize, shoot better, motherfucker." Like, god damn. And so yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been a carryover from last year into this year, and it's just going to carry over into next year. I don't see any improvement for Rhino. Maybe he needs a change of scenery. Sometimes that works wonders for people. Because to me, he's and I don't know, man. I don't like saying things about this, but in my opinion, in my appearance of him, Anderson is mentally weak. But at the same time, I say some of the same things about James Harden, because I think that he has a fragile psyche. But his is in the sense of, if the game ain't getting called his way, then things just kind of start going AWOL. Like with Harden, if he's not hooping, he just ain't hooping. You know what I'm saying? He rarely does, if he's starting out bad, does he reactivate, and that's a problem. But usually he don't just play like ass, but you can tell when he's going to have one of those ass nights, because it starts off bad and it only gets worse. Yeah, but no, it's not. I'm not lying. I mean, the thing is, we saw flashes of Rhino, but he wasn't that damn hurt. That was just an excuse to kind of push him to the second lineup. He wasn't producing, even like slightly before that. I mean, he really wasn't. He was barely under. He was barely under 10 points a game, I think he averaged this year. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like I say, just Rhino is just it's hurting the ability of us to go out and get that next star. Now, I'm not worried about it. I know Daryl Morey will find a way. Daryl Morey knows the way. I just feel like something has to be. Now, I don't know, again, because like I said, I'm not a GM. I don't know all the rules. I'm a fan talking to the fan. I'm not an expert. I will never, ever say that I am, and that's obvious. Something has to be done about that, and I think that's priority number one, is clearing up that money to be able to bring somebody in. One, clearing up that roster spot, and clearing up that money. Because again, if we take the money out of the equation, Rhino was still ass. And then you put the money into the equation, Rhino was super ass. And so, let me go back around that. And so that's my deal with that. It's like, I don't see the comeback. I don't see the bounce back for him, because I feel like it's a mental thing. And I think as long as he's around here in the city, it's going to impact him. Actually, let me go back to, let's say, about my fault. I'm trying to keep up with the minute. Trying to keep up with the minutes. So that way, when folks come back, they can see what's what. But yeah, super ass. Yes. Oh man, let me get I got the bank open. Shit, let me splash out some sauce real quick. Now, briefly, I do want to talk about B-Max contracts. So I know some people had brought that in earlier. Shout out to Darren. I seen you slide up in. My fault. I meant to say what's happening. Let's splash a little sauce, man. What's y'all time? It's the end of the week. I'm feeling good. About to go grab me some grub after the stream. Go catch me one of my favorite little spots. Actually, it might be my favorite little spot to cool out. Go catch some Mediterranean food. Smoke a little hookah. I've been on my sober kick. We'll do it then tonight. It may be a little bit later. We're gonna see how it goes. It's gonna be we might try a sober den this evening. We'll see what happens. I'll grab a little cigar or something and just because, like I said, I'm pausing on the reefers for a moment, taking some time to get some things back in action. I got something I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, I got some shit I'm gonna talk about in the den. I found out something, as I told y'all. Most of y'all who know I had an app a while back, and so we're gonna talk about that. So if y'all fucking around in the den tonight, remind me about the app situation, and I'm gonna tell y'all some things that it's gonna hurt your heart because it hurt my heart, but it's also motivation for the situation. So okay, get that raffle action going. So here's the deal. Let's have a sing in the dead. Shit, I don't know. Look, I don't want none of that action. Let me pull this up. So let's talk about B-Mac. B-Mac's contract. Shout out to Breaking News Bray Bray. I will give him his credit and his dues that he called it, that he said he would get a similar contract to Kendrick's, and he did do that. That is what happened. How do y'all feel about it? Do you guys think it was a good contract? Do you think it was a solid extension? Do you think that he's worth it? I want to know how y'all feel. And then I will tell you a couple of things, my opinions, on how that shakes. But my thing too is, and before we get all the way in, I see some people still talking about the Rockets, that if CP3 is healthy, we win. So it's like I want to bring in that extra asset. Yes, I do. I definitely do. Anything to make upgrades. But my biggest concern with that is more so CP3's health as opposed to anything else. Because again, like I say, if the Warriors bring back the same team, unless Ariza does bounce, but if we brought back that same team, I have no worries about anything. But talking about B-Mac and $10 million a year, yeah, so he deserves 5 years, $10 million a year. Said Ben McKinney has a great trade value now as well. Yes, I had to eat the crow on that, and then Voodoo Child called me out on it on the crow action. God damn it, there was something I meant to do tonight and I didn't do it, so we'll do it tomorrow because I had a couple of throwback sauce shirts, throwback shirts before I, depending on what the weather's like tomorrow, slide out to the spot and go try to get the other ones in production with the new logo. But I still had a couple of throwback ones I was gonna do a giveaway with, so I might do that on Sunday. We'll see what happens. But I only have a couple of sizes, so I have to see what size I have and all that other shit. Gerald Green must come back. Gerald Green needs to come back and do not need to trade CP3 for Russell Westbrook. If they did something like that, I'd personally find Russell Westbrook and shoot him in the ankle myself. I don't. I don't. Because you know who's going to be trying to take the fucking shot at the end of the game, who's going to be looking for themselves, not looking for to get the teammates involved. And he's going to be looking to pad the stats. And his thing, if Russell Westbrook came here, he'd be more concerned with outplaying James Harden than he is about winning. Like, y'all can't sell me Russell Westbrook, dog, because it's too blatant. It's too obvious. The dude is a stat patter. Like, you had Carmelo and whatchamacallit on your team, Steven Adams, solid big. Like, there's no reason you should be in the position you're in. There's no reason you should be a bottom half playoff team, period, especially even when you're in the MVP conversation. Like, you can't sell me Russell Westbrook, dog. Like, no. It would either be Russell balling out or Harden balling out. And once Harden started balling out, Russell would try to take over. You can't sell me Russell Westbrook. I'm not buying. No, ain't gonna do it. Not with it. Not gonna do it. Westbrook doesn't get hurt unless Patrick Beverly's around. And I'm sure we'll have to. They saw LeBron at the Wendy's at Baytown. Stop. Motherfuckers be saying all kind of shit, man. They'll say all kind of stuff. I saw somebody talk about. I saw the one about the Whataburger. Who was it? Sticky put that? I think Sticky might have put that at the Whataburger, ordering number 13 and all kind of other shit. But yeah. So I mean, yeah, he's generally healthy, but no, that takes away. You switch Russell Westbrook for CP3, you're talking about a 65-win team that drops down to a 51-win team. No bullshit. Like, I'm not exaggerating at all. Yeah, absolutely. He'll be these strange little tendencies to want to clean stuff up. But B-Mac's contract, man. Even though I did say that I thought B-Mac would be traded, even though I said that he would be used as an asset for trade value in the draft, and I was completely wrong about that. I ate the crow on that. I do think it's a solid contract. I do think he's worth every penny of it. And the reason why I like it so much more is because of what he said after he signed the contract, which, to paraphrase, was basically, I'm improving, but I'm not good enough yet, and I think that I can be better. And to hear that mentality, that's what I like. A lot of people, they'll sign and they just happy about the money. You know what I'm saying? Now I can be with my team. But in his mind, one of the first things he's thinking about is, okay, I got paid, so my future's secure. How can I improve? That's the biggest takeaway that I got from that signing. And so I talk a lot of shit about B-Mac. I talk a lot of shit about B-Mac being a fat ass. Talk about B-Mac being a big fucking goofball. I talk shit about B-Mac for hanging out with Soulja Boy. But to me, that statement showed maturity. And he also said, he's talking about he matured on the football field, because he definitely ain't matured off the football. He's still a big ass goofball. But he's definitely an asset to this team. And again, one of the most consistent tacklers. You give him that. If we can just get that coverage a little bit better, and that's, I say, hopefully, losing a little bit of weight will help him improve that. That's not a guarantee, because it's skinny motherfuckers who can't cover, so that's not a guarantee. But, we'll see how that pans out, man. So shout out to B-Mac. Congratulations to Bernard McKinney. Fucking name too goddamn long. On signing that contract. So I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? If CP3 gets at least a reason, he's Hall of Fame regardless. He's Hall of Fame no matter what. CP3 is a Hall of Fame point guard. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that. There's a lot of rumors that he is oh yeah. Look, Phoenix, you almost got that one by me, Pseudo 17. I almost didn't see it. Safety, I think we're all right. O-line concerns me. And I didn't realize, I thought the Texans signed all their draft picks. That's what it was. They said at first, but then apparently, what's his name is just now getting signed. He got signed the same day. The Martinez Rankin kid, who also is hurt. He got hurt in rookie. Did he get hurt in OTAs? Or did he get hurt in the rookie minicamp or something that he had? So it's just like I'm just like I don't know about that one. That one makes me wonder. It makes me wonder a couple of things. How all the other picks got, signed so quickly. What was the holdout with him? The fact that he's got an injury. The fact that, to me, I don't necessarily see him as a tackle. I'm sure they'll try him out. They'll try to put him there, but I don't see him, ending up there. And I'm just, again, like I say, these are all little small red flags. They probably don't mean shit. It's probably just my opinion and me just, over speculating things, but just something to watch out for. But here is the deal. Okay? Here's the deal. That's fake news. Hopkins was not carted off the field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's in H-Town, but he's in H-Town for his son's basketball tournament. Now, he may be doing some other intel scanning. He may be doing some recon, but we'll see what happens. Like I say, so many rumors, so many things that fly around. Like I say, you got to take everything with a grain of salt. But before I get out of here, okay. But before we get out of here, there's one little thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about a bitch ass Ben Mailer, whatever the fuck his name is. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass Ben Mailer, whatever. Even on his Twitter, he's basically we said rabble rouser. But the motherfucker looks like a old alcoholic. Guess I said it that way for a particular reason. He looks like a future former past junkie. Fuck that dude, man. Fuck that dude. Because this is the guy that came out talking about, the Texans need to draft a quarterback. Deshaun Watson's going to get hurt and his career is going to be over. But apparently this dude has been beefing with Deshaun or beefing with Clemson fans for the last few years. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, who fucking pissed in his fucking cereal and he still ate it. because apparently it's in his system or something. It's lingering. But anyway, Deshaun replied, one single word, clown. This dude comes out, I guess he was on Fox Sports or whatever the fuck it was, and says Deshaun Watson is the thinnest skinned athlete basically of all time, puts KD to shame. Yeah, he's in Houston. Ben Maul or something like that. It's like at Ben Maul, basically like fucking, I really don't be just tweeting at people a whole lot, but I had to make a little statement. It wasn't nothing major. I was hoping he would block me, but I don't think he did. But he's one of those guys that likes to get that troll action because, he brings nothing else valid to the table. And so he's happy to be getting some attention. That's what trolls do. Trolls, they'll say anything fucking stupid. Well, if I say this stupid shit, people will pay attention to me, and I can just say more stupid shit. And that's the only way they get attention. Because if you look at most trolls, they're funny looking people. You look at most trolls, they're just, they felt like they got the short end of the stick generally with as far as attractiveness and all that other stuff. Most people who complain do. Most people who spend their lives complaining about everything, there's always like some type of situation like that. But here's the thing. Fuck Ben Mauler. Yes, he's a piece of shit. He's a fucking lame, shitty, opinionated person. And that's about that. I think I gave him too much time talking about him. But here's the deal, man. Sauce Nation, I fucks with y'all. The short end of the stick over here. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Don't get the short end of the stick if you're a female. You can always do better. I want to say thank y'all, man, again for taking out the time to fuck with your boy, man. Sad Spurs fan. That's unfortunate. I hope y'all have a good evening. Again, like I say, we'll probably have a Kush dinner. I don't have it scheduled timed or a topic, but it'll probably be a little bit later on. We'll make something shake. We'll talk a lot of trash, and I have to vent a little bit. But like I say, I'm finna go chill, finna go give me some grub and a little hookah, and I will holler at y'all on the flip side. Sauce Nation, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all are the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. I appreciate it. Like I say, I mean that with all sincerity. I don't say it just to be saying it. I fucks with y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. Shout out to my boy Brad at 335, baby. Peace. I'm out. Y'all stay saucy.